Good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Jones, and I am the high school band director. And we're here tonight to recognize two of our groups of students. The first, and I'm going to call them over, band students, is anybody that's going to be participating in the Cavalcade of Bands Tournament of Roses Honor Band. If you are over there, students, could you please come over here to the front to be recognized? This group of students is representing Spring-Ford in the Cavalcade of Bands Tournament of Roses Honor Band. Cavalcade of Bands is kind of like the band equivalent of PIAA because we're not sanctioned by the state. We have our own association. And they're putting together an honor band of students that are going to be marching in the 2019 Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. And they're going to be doing the full 7-mile parade through Pasadena. They're going to be flying out to Los Angeles in right after Christmas, spending the day. They'll be going to, I think they perform in Disneyland as well, and then they'll be doing the Tournament of Roses parade. So this year on January 1st, when you wake up and you're watching the parade, please make sure to watch for the Cavalcade of Bands Tournament of Roses Honor Band because our Spring-Ford students are going to be participating in that. I think the full band is about 140 students. It's representing students from Pennsylvania, from New Jersey, from Maryland, from Delaware, from Virginia, and I think even New Jersey, if I didn't say it. So we're really excited to see them going all the way to Pasadena. They're going to be on national television representing Spring-Ford. They're not going to be wearing Spring-Ford uniforms because the Cavalcade Association has their own uniforms, but they will be there. I promise. It's a 7-mile hike. It's one of the longest parades ever, but I think they get free In-N-Out burgers at the end of it, so that's kind of cool. But it's just really amazing to see Spring-Ford students on a national stage, whether it be music or athletics. And on New Year's Day, our own very own are going to be there in Pasadena. So congratulations to these students. Each one of you guys will have a resolution with your name on it. So I'll give that to you, but then you should be going around the table and shaking everybody's hands. And thank you for representing our school in Pasadena this January.
Hey, Seth. You want to introduce them? Huh? Yeah.
Sure, I'll start on the end and work this way. At the very end, we have Matt Mest. He's a sophomore trumpet player. Then we have Hunter Stenitis, a sophomore saxophone player. And then we have Bella Nimmerrichter, a sophomore from the color guard. Annika Gisa, a junior in the tenor saxophone section. Ryan Henkels, the really tall one. He is a sophomore in the mellophone section. That's French horn, but upright. Nathan Kalish, sophomore in the trumpet section. Emily Adams, sophomore in the color guard. We have Hannah Russell, sophomore in the color guard. You're a sophomore, right? Riley D. Petrillo, who is a senior in the color guard. And Jessica Casey, who is a sophomore in the color guard. Cool. So the second group that we're recognizing is the full high school marching band. So my question for the school board really quickly is, do we want to do the whole round the table? There's 170 of them. So we won't be offended if we don't want to do it that way. No, I don't even think I could do that, to be honest with you. It's been a long day. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think we'll put them over here. So band students, could you please come forward and stand here behind the table facing me? Could you guys kind of conglomerate in a group this way? So you're going to stand up and walk forward so you're right here behind Dr. Roche, okay? We're recognizing the high school marching band. The high school marching band won our circuit championship for Cavalcade of Bands this year. And like I said, we don't have a PIAA, so Cavalcade is kind of like our PIAA championship. And This band was 170 students this year, which was very large. It was a lot of them. And the funny thing about this season is it rained like every day. I have never seen so much rain as I saw in this marching band season. So out of the six Monday night rehearsals we had, it rained for all six of them. And so a lot of the times these kids just stood in the rain. A lot of the times we rehearsed in the rain. We performed 3 times in the rain. Our championship performance, if you watched it on YouTube, was in 26-degree weather. It doesn't really sound that great because 26-degree weather is not that good. But I'm really proud of this group of students. We had a story time during our last Saturday rehearsal where we talked about how every band, and this is probably true for athletic teams as well, every individual year the band takes on a personality and they kind of reflect a different story. And the 2018 marching band was definitely our storyteller band. They weren't the angriest band I have. They weren't the loudest band I've had. They were not the most excited band I've had, but they were a good storytelling band, meaning when they went on the field, they really tried to tell a story. And this year, our show was very thematic. Our show was very much like a story from beginning to end. It wasn't just playing and marching for 8 minutes. And they really brought that to life, especially towards the end of the season. This group, we actually never won a show until the very last one. It was kind of a funny thing this year. We just run a very long trajectory of improvement. And a mentor of mine once told me that championships are won in the beginning of the season when you have the best fundamentals and when you have the kids that learn how to work the best and learn how to work the hardest. Everything else is kind of like secondary to that. And they had an amazing band camp this year in August. We did a lot of just basics and fundamentals and training and teaching the curriculum of what we do in band. And then we spent the whole season just defining that. And this group of storytellers this year really came all the way. And then we got the championships a couple weeks ago, and they pulled out another win for the department and for the organization. And so congratulations to all the band students. You guys have worked incredibly hard this year to achieve this, and you came a long way. We had many awesome rehearsals together where we had to talk about what we were doing and what the purpose of all this was. And I can attest to all the administration and the board members and the community members, fellow students and parents. They are an extremely wonderful bunch of students to work with this year, and I was really proud of them all the way along, regardless win, lose, or draw. But then at the end of the day, the band totally came out with a win and won the championship, and I'm really just still kind of beside myself. Most of us are, and so it was pretty cool. Congratulations, guys.
Seth, how many in a row is this for the cavalcade?
Well, I mean, it's my 7th in a row, so it's been at least 7. I don't remember how many before me, but it's the 7 I've been here. We've won all time, every time. So 7 something plus. I don't know. I wish I did.
Well, the first one was in 2008. I know that, so we went 2008 and 9, and then there was a 10. There was a loss in there somewhere.
There was a gap in there. You're right. So it's been since 2013 till now. 2013 till now.
Right.
Because there was, no, that's not true. There was a gap in there. I think it's 4 or 5.
Now, do you have the 17 flag?
We do. I gave it to them last week. You know, it's funny, when we got the new flag, I realized that for the last 2 years, I haven't given Mr. Bean, our custodian here, any of the flags. So I was like, oops. And so he got all of them last week, but I didn't expect him to hang them all up in,
we'll have to get them
in one
down,
day.
yeah.
They were sitting in my office, and I kind of uncovered them, and I was like, oh, oops. So we're going to get them up. No worries.
Is any of your staff here as well?
I believe so. I know Mark Thurston is here. I know that Leah and Amanda, who have worked with our color guard, are here.
Have them come out wherever they are. Come on out, Mark. I know you. I saw you somewhere. Where's Mark? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, just one other thing. I see Clint Fetterman is here as well, the president of the Music Association, and he's really bashful, but I want, Clint, you might as well stand up as well, because without the Music Association
It's true.
support, I mean, they're the backbone behind
Right.
your success as well. So
We are,
Clint, why don't you
yeah.
stand up and, as well?
It is true. Like I always say that when other band directors come up to me and they're like, "You guys are so good," I say, "Well, it's really because we have an amazing network of individuals that help these kids succeed, from the school board to the administrators to the principals we have in our high school to the teachers to all their parents and Springford Music Association. It's like it really takes a village to make it keep going year after year, and I think that's the really truly unique and special thing about this school district is that there's so many people here that make that happen day in and day out." And they don't think that I'm just crazy all the time. So.
And don't forget, thank you, Mr. Jones, for holding it all together.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you.
And I know that you raised the bar and you're heading towards that national championship as well, right?
We're trying.
You're getting there, right?
We're chipping away at that one.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be a fun
good.
trip, yeah.
So again, great job, guys. We're very proud of all your success and just keep it going, because we've said it for the last several years. We have one of the best, if not the best, marching bands in the state of Pennsylvania and beyond. So thank you very much for making us proud once again. So thank you.